What are you doing? Why, yeah. What are you barking at? You didn't know I was down here, did you? Good girl for barking, patrolling. Good girl.
And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God made a farmer.
Okay, let's stop and check the ram pump. Check our water level in our stock tank. Oh yeah, it's full and running. Let me give you a look. If I can do it without hitting the electric fence. The ram pump's doing its job. We got one ewe laying way up there by herself. I don't know if you can see her. The other ones are right here. There goes Waya up along patrolling the fence line. We got one little ram lamb laying right over there with his mom. Right there. We got two ewes laying right there. And one laying right up here, all by her lonesome. They're usually very much herd animals. Stay in a flock. And if you've got a ewe off by herself, there's two things going on. She's either sick or she's not far from giving birth of lambing. And she should be ready to lamb. Maybe we'll have some lambs here out of her soon. Waya's up there patrolling the fence line. I'm down here in the wooded area. I come to collect some SD cards out of some trail cameras. Let's go get them. Here's trail camera number 1. Can you see it on the fence post right here behind me? Okay, let me get the SD card out of this one. Going down into the wooded area. You can see right here is our field, part of our pasture. You can see the fence going up, fence going right out. Now we're going right down into a wooded area. Waya barking. She's seen something. What are you doing? Why, yeah. What are you barking at? You didn't know I was down here, did you? Good girl for barking, patrolling. Good girl. Boy, is she not growing like a weed? Let's go get this trail camera card. That trail camera that I just took that card out of is a Tasco camera. That's a dirt cheap trail camera, like 25 bucks. And that thing works like nobody's business. That's about a 2-year-old camera and it's still running just as good as the day I bought it. I bought a trail camera back about a year or two ago, paid, you know, 60, 70 bucks for it, and that thing worked about 2 weeks before it quit. All right, this other camera I got up down here, it's an older camera, but it's a Wild Game Innovations, I think's the name of it. And it takes a little different looking video, but I'm gonna turn the camera in so you can see it down here. Okay, right there it is. See it against that tree? All right, let's get our card out. This one, let's go see what's on these cards. You may be wondering, Darren, why do you have trail cameras around your farm down in your wooded area? Well, we're hunters. We hunt. And but that's not the main reason these trail cameras are up. I like to keep tabs on any big bucks coming through that live in this area. I like to know when they've shedded, how their horns is growing through the summer, or antlers, things like that. But the main reason these trail cameras are up is to keep tabs on predators. When you have livestock on your farm, sheep, goats, chickens, things like that. Now big animals, like full-grown cows, bulls, whatever, a coyote or something's not gonna bother them. If you got calves, they will. But when you've got sheep, like we do on our farm, sheep is a prey animal, and coyotes, and foxes, bobcats, there is a lot of predators that will look at your sheep as a meal. Probably some folks on our channel probably wonder sometimes when they see me doing things on the farm why I've got this tool on. That's for predators. Protect our livestock, because we have no shortage of predators around here. Me and Lola, our roosters, glad to have you with us today. We're just walked into our test plot. It's been about a week since I showed y'all the growth of this test plot. Great day. Lola says howdy, in case you ain't never heard her. Okay. I say her. Let me explain that a little bit. Yeah, it's a rooster, it's crowing, it's a male, as you can hear. When that chicken, we bought it as a pullet. It's supposed to be a pullet. Susan kept saying the whole time, I think that's a rooster. And I was like, no, that's a hen. She kept saying, I think it might be a rooster. Well, Lola, as we named him, or her, turned out to be a rooster. Susan was right. And have you ever heard the old song from the 70s the Kinks sung called Lola? Where he picked up this girl at a party and took her home and it turned out to be a dude? Okay, well, that rooster was supposed to have been a pullet, but turned out to be a rooster. So we affectionately named him Lola. So that's the story behind that. And third generation farms, when you coming to get him? Okay, let's look at this hay. Wow. Okay, this right here, the seed head on it is above my waist. Gee, I don't know if you can see it. It's all the way to my belt. Man, this needs cut. It needs cut, it needs cut. I'm waiting on some of my equipment to get back. Should be here anytime, the next day or two. Soon as that equipment arrives, I'm cutting this hay, weather dependent. All right, this is the test plot. Let's walk around back. The hay's not what this video's about, but yes, we are going to be cutting hay very, very soon with our Kubota and our Redlands baler using that, and our new hay rake, and our tedder and our drum mower. So stay tuned for all that. I'm back here with our guard dogs. This is Oakley. She's an old girl. She's retiring very soon. She's training Waya, who wants to play right now. Waya is a purebred Great Pyrenees. You ever wondered why sheep farms, goat farms, and even some cattle operations have LGDs? LGD stands for Livestock Guardian Dog. Why do we have livestock dogs? See Waya there behind me? She's following me. We do not have Waya in with our sheep right now because they're getting ready to lamb. We got 3 of them that should be lambing in the next day or 2. But we have both these dogs where they can go all the way around the fenced-in paddock that these sheep are in right now. I'm a little bit leery of letting Waya. Now, Oakley would not hurt lambs. She has proven that. Waya's still a puppy. I don't think Waya would hurt them, but she'll want to play with them, and which don't need to happen until they get a little bigger. So, we have our sheep out here in the field, and we have a couple of them that should be lambing. Honestly, any time. We're expecting it any day. They can't go much longer according to the calendar, and when the farmer that we bought them from saw them being bred. So we got at least 2 that's really heavy, and I'm not so sure the third one is. I'm gonna spin the camera around and you can see them. Right over there lays one all by her lonesome. Right over there. Makes you wonder. Okay, the other ones are laying right down here in the bottom. There's a little lamb laying with her mama to the right. And there lays 2 other ewes. They're laying there just chewing their cud, chilling. Waya's patrolling the fence. She's doing a good job. So, why do we have livestock guardian dogs right there? We can't be out here to farm 24/7, 365. These dogs can. These dogs will keep predators away. And when I'm out here on the farm, around, I do what I can do to be able to be ready to help these dogs if need be. Right here. If need be. Now, do we carry this tool around just so we can just shoot a predator? No. Do we carry it around in case we're needed to help? We're not going to bother nothing that doesn't bother us, as far as that goes. But when it's time that these dogs may be into a full-out skirmish with a pack of coyotes, and I'm here around the farm, see way there, I'm gonna help. It's my duty as the shepherd to help, to protect my livestock and protect our farm. And you may be wondering, Darren, do you really have that many predators around? Our farm is surrounded on 3 sides by woods. And the farther west you go, the woods get expansive. Look at this mountain. See the mountain right up in there? There is nothing on that mountain but acres and acres and acres of timber and forest, woods. And black bears and coyotes galore. We have a load of coyotes around here. Bobcats, you name it, it's around here. Now, we don't have grizzlies or nothing like that. We're on the East Coast, but we have black bears. And a black bear generally don't bother our livestock. But if you got lambs on the ground, or goat kids, or just goats or sheep, A bear can take down a goat or a sheep. Bear's probably not gonna mess with a grown cow, but a calf, yes. If you got a newborn calf in the field, a black bear can get it, okay? That don't happen very often, but it can. The main wild predator is coyotes and bobcats. However, coyotes and bobcats are not our #1 predator on our farm. What's the #1 predator on our farm? Right here. These dogs are laid down taking it easy. They patrol all night long. And Oakley has done a really good job training Waya. Oakley is a cross between a shepherd and a lab. She's turned out to be a really good livestock dog. And Waya is a full-blood Pyrenees, as you can tell by the big double dew claws. Predators around the farm is a real thing. And if you've got sheep, goats, you got to be prepared. You got to do something. You just turn in an area like we do, where we live. You turn goats, sheep, if you have some calves, put them out in the field, and you don't have something to protect them. We have electric fences. We have many strands of electric fences. And our electric fences are more to keep stuff out than it is to keep stuff in. We have taken every step we can take to protect our livestock. We have electric fences with 5 to 6 strands of high tensile and smooth wire electric, combined with barbed wire in all the spaces to keep everything out. We have low strands to keep anything from digging under. That's very, very hot. We keep our fence 7,000 to 8,000 volts on it at all times. We have livestock guardian dogs to protect these animals while we're in bed asleep at night, or when we're gone for the day, whatever. These dogs are working 24/7. And when I'm here on this farm, I do my part, if I have to protect them, to assist these dogs. And we have put up trail cameras all around our property in different places. And I'm not going to show them all, but to keep a tab, to monitor the predator activity going on around our farm. And our #1 predator in this area is not a coyote, it's not a black bear, it's not a bobcat. Although those are threats, the #1 threat is Fido, the neighbor's dogs, or a neighbor, and it could be dogs of people that live 3, 4, 5 miles away. We have dogs in our area that roam. People put a little dish of food out on their porch for them and feed them occasionally. The dogs come home and get a little bite and they think, oh, Fido's such a sweet dog. And while they're going to work all day or when they're in bed at night, Fido's out chasing deer, he's out chasing people's livestock, being an absolute nuisance. And people don't care anymore. They do not care. They think their Fido is the most precious thing ever, but they don't see Fido when he's got a fawn down killing it, blood flying everywhere, when he's got a lamb down in somebody's field killing it, when he runs ewes through a fence, when he runs goats through a fence, when he runs somebody's calves through a fence. They don't care. 9 out of 10 people that allow their dog to roam do not care. And I'm going to protect what's mine and protect our animals. And I would expect no less if our dogs was somewhere chasing somebody else's livestock. I would expect those folks to protect their livestock. And if they call me and say, hey Darren, your dogs are over here chasing my livestock, I would about crap my pants and say, oh crap, I'll be right there. And I'd say, do what you have to do until I get there. I'll be there as fast as I can to get them. And when I went and got them, I'd take whatever measures necessary to see that didn't happen again. But this day and time, people just don't give a flip. So that's why we have all these protections on the farm. Why I carry a tool to help protect when I'm out here. Because these animals running our farm perimeter is rampant at times. And like I said, that's the last thing I want to have to do is use this tool. But often, this tool, just the bang of it, just the noise, is often enough to scare away predators or roaming dogs that's threatening our livestock. Just the noise of it. Oftentimes you don't have to aim to hit anything other than just into the dirt right in front of you a little ways to make the bang, to make everything get gone. So we do our part to help, to be a good shepherd. So as you can see, we're going to show some clips from our trail cameras of just what all goes on. And these trail cameras ain't been out. These clips are only from about the last 2 weeks. So I've got more clips, but I'll include the last 2 weeks worth of clips. And a lot of them is just over and over the same animals. You see it one night, you see it the next night, you see it the next night. You see them pretty regular. So I'm not going to include every clip, just a sampling of what's around a farm. You have to be aware of this. You have to be aware of what's going on around your farm predators if you raise livestock. Thanks for being with us today in this short video. Looks like it's getting ready to rain. Man, we need the rain. It has been so dry around here for the last 2 to 3 months. Our burn ban's been lifted, thank goodness. We've had a little bit of rain on and off, but not enough, nowhere near enough. I think about 6 days ago, we got a ½ inch of rain, and we ain't had any since. But it's threatening rain now. Hopefully it'll rain some. We're gonna be cutting hay very soon, so come back with us for that very, very soon. Weather dependent. Watch this. We've been in a drought until it comes time to cut hay, and now it'll set into raining every day. But if it does, you know what? The good Lord knows what we need and when we need it. And if it rains every day for the next month, then we'll just smile and realize that's what God wanted us to have, and won't worry about it. We'll cut it whenever He says to cut it. So whenever the weather says, and He'll send that weather when it's time. But if you own livestock, especially sheep or goats, is I think is a little more critical of predators. If you don't have some livestock guardian dogs, man, I'm telling you, you need to look into it. Or donkeys. A lot of people keep donkeys in with their sheep or something. You need some kind of guardian animal, whether it be a llama or a donkey or something, in there with those sheep. We prefer to use dogs and prefer to help when we can. If we have to, we're prepared to. We're not going to be a victim. I'm not going to sit around just be a victim and wait for it to happen. If I'm here and I can help, I'm going to. Don't want to, but I will if I have to. And that'll be a last resort. Usually, like I said earlier, just the bang usually is enough to make a predator run and get away. So we'll do what we have to do to help these dogs. As a shepherd, that'd be my job too. So we should have lambs soon. I'll bring you back for that when we have some new lambs on the ground. And I'll bring you back when we start cutting hay, which should be any time, very, very soon. We should be getting some things back to the farm, some of our equipment, like really, really soon in the next few days. And as soon as we do, we're probably going to cut hay. All right, thank you for being with us. I really appreciate it. And I pray God blesses you and your family. And we pray y'all have a fantastic day.